Why, hello everybody! Welcome back for another brand new reaction video. And yes, once again, I will say this is that I'm Devin-Foxy Remastered. And today's reaction video we're going to react to is Spongebob versus Gumball. Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network. Sprite Emanation. Now, what I'm going to say here in this very fascinating question is something I pretty much would like to say in this point is that, gee, who probably would win in this fight? I mean, who would actually win? So, my only thoughts and the only thing that counts exactly is I think I find this a little funny exactly between with like, oh, it's a sponge versus a cat, like a blue cat. Like, I kind of find this a little interesting for the fact about like land versus sea. You know what I mean? It's just interesting a little bit by saying it's like, oh, it's gonna be pretty much like a face off from like land versus sea, and then pretty much like land from land, which that's still a thing by land and land. But in sea and sea, that there is kind of a little interesting for a bit. Like I'm just making a point just to guess something, just to think it's interesting for a bit, and just say it's like, huh, gee willikers, I could probably would have never knew that by now. But unfortunately, this time now that yes, again, I'm about to react to this video, and just so you guys do or don't know, is please subscribe to the original person, the original creator, and support the original video. And that way you will again, and I mean will not again miss a single video that comes on this channel. And just so you guys do or don't know is that, well, hope you guys really do enjoy this reaction video. And then, oh yes, Mario Sports Mix, by the way, yes, it is actually, and I mean totally finally finished. Like the last thing is done. Finished and finished. So, yeah, it's been official and it's totally been finished. And I gotta say, it's like awesome. Just awesome. It's like finished. I'm like, awesome. So, hope you guys really do kind of enjoy that exactly of Mario Sports Mix, which I hope you guys did really enjoy that, and that's amazing. So, yep, Final Warriors 2 is actually going to be next too, which actually will come around sooner as you guys may think about what happens in part 1, which, yeah, it's going to be something very interesting to work out under a security shift, of course, by doing so while playing the game. That is the second game of Final Warriors, which, oh my god, it's just another return to come back again for another return after when I just like, oh, I so have remembered and thought of like remembered about like, oh, the fact with like me playing Final Warriors, like the first game I've literally played for like a long time to play it, and I'm like, man, isn't this been a long time, or has it really been that completely, frankly, for honestly? So yeah, that is the very question I could say, and I hope you guys really do kind of feel a bit proud by me doing another rematch against Final Warriors for the second game, which, oh my gosh, we're just right about to just enjoy that. And then just for another question is hope you guys do consider enjoying this reaction, which I probably am assuming that you might as well enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's get this song with, and here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. And I'll pretty much continue to explain more while doing so, but you know, let's get right on with it. Nice. We clearly see a few people right here. I'm gonna just go right ahead and just like stop play right here. So hold on. Okay, so I just saw Link and then this character, King DDD, and then yep, there's the guy right there. And then of course there's Captain Falcon, and then there's Amy. Like I see one of these people in the line. I'm like, bruh, I can't believe I actually remembered some of these other people, but not this guy. I probably am not into watching that exactly. I'm not into that one. And then, of course, like I already know about Link, I already know about King DD, and then Captain Falcon, and then Amy. I've already knew like a few of these other people except this one. And then pretty much this creator, yeah, I probably have to say, damn, nice. I just love how the animation is just so good on that sprite. Nice.
Order up! Come on,
Damn. Oh, yo, let's go. Damn, let's go.
Oh, it looks like you had a good time.
Up.
What just happened?
Damn!
Hadouken! Oh
Wow, guess Gumball really knows how to do that. Ooh! Hey, nice Spongebob though. Hey.
no! Don't mess!
Wait. Bye.
Uh-oh. Ooh! Let's freaking go! Oh! Damn! Fire!
I'm a goofy goober!
Wow!
I'll spend the rest of my life alone and never find happiness.
Barnacles.
Nice. Alright, nice. Well, I gotta say, I definitely kind of lately said to say that I didn't expect how that was happening here at this minute, so man, there's so many things I so want to actually just go on and just say is that, man, first off, I kind of knew about a few of these other characters from the beginning, which I kind of knew about these other characters, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. I find it so interesting that the fight between SpongeBob versus Gumball, I'm like, bruh, I literally think this is kind of so lightly interesting. Like, I gotta say, hopefully, like, otherwise, that, I mean, it's pretty good. Like, it's just really pretty good. And yeah, I gotta say that, man, well freaking done. I'm just like, nice job right there. Very great job. And for that fact, I give this video likely a 10 out of 10, or maybe just scroll down to a 9 out of 10 since I might probably say that part. And oh yeah, I definitely knew about Richard Watterson right there. I probably knew about like yeah, I already knew about Gumball's dad at this point, which I probably knew about like a bit of the Wattersons at this point, since I probably have like watched episodes recently from like I don't know, just from old to new, and then just new to old. I exactly so yeah, I kind of actually knew about some. You know, I just knew about some of the Gumball's family exactly, and I just kind of knew most of them. So it's pretty interesting, in fact. And I think this is just so lightly interesting here, just to know how awesome this was. Like, very perfectly well done and very well standard. Just perfectly well done standard. And I just love the fact when SpongeBob used a freaking pencil and just erased Gumball's power by him going like a Super Saiyan. Bruh, like Gumball's literally a reference. Like many times it is. Like trust me, if you guys literally watched a few other videos about like, oh, there's multiple different references from Gumball, trust me, there is. And I mean, there probably is a lot in ton. Which I don't know why, but the only good question I kind of heard about was that, yeah, it's just gonna be a while until Gumball like makes like more new episodes or something like that, or just like new seasons or something. But man, it remains a mystery to some reasons. It remains a lot of mysteries. But I mean, if it does ever get aired in Cartoon Network, which I do hope to assume it does, then I probably will give it a thumbs up for that. I will actually consider giving it a base of a thumbs up. If the same characters do kind of still stay lightly at the same return as from some of the characters, which yeah, I pretty much will hope to see that happen soon with like seeing where this goes and just just see where just really all this goes from Gumball and like his universe, and hopefully that the Amazing World of Gumball stuff will actually continue to come on back. Which I do gotta say, if that does happen from Cartoon Network, I probably would be kind of happy to see that happen and just see that more. Until I did figure out that there was something coming back exactly for some characters at least, which yeah, there's going to be a lot of more questions to hear all that for another return, which I know it's a cliffhanger and all, which it remains to be a cliffhanger. But yes, it just kind of is a cliffhanger, which we probably do notice the fact that it kind of is a cliffhanger. So yeah, we just might see how the Amazing World of Gumball continues to do so far this year, or maybe next year at this point, or maybe just kind of keep waiting even more and being patient to see how all that goes, which we might as well try to wait and see. So, yeah, we just might as well see, and just might as well, in fact, definitely just see about that. So, anyway, that's just my only point here to say that at the least. So, that's just pretty much my answer there. And then, oh yes, as in for another fact that about SpongeBob, okay, I gotta say that SpongeBob's even making a lot more stuff than Gumball is. Like, that is literally pretty insane. A little bit nuts, which I don't probably blame either which side exactly because, yeah, I just don't blame Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. I mean, if there was a show that I barely just don't like, then trust me, I probably would dispose it or pretty much dislikely just disapprove exactly, which I haven't disapproved on some. But I mean, some shows I gotta say, just for Gumball and then SpongeBob, are pretty neutral and pretty much likely at the very minimum at this point, since I kind of give the minimum exactly. So that's just all I gotta say right now. And also, just to thank everybody else for enjoying this video and for much more exactly, like always, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way, again, you will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And oh yes, as in for the explanation going on here exactly is that, well, yes, Fun It's a Warriors 2, like I definitely have mentioned before in the last video, if you guys did or didn't know, that, yeah, just to tell you guys all about exactly, basically, that yes, that Fun It's a Warriors 2, by the way, that I'm definitely going to be doing the next gameplay of for me to do. Oh yes, I'm so going to have a return back exactly for a comeback to return exactly and will face against Wario and his other foes exactly, which is pretty much the horror version of the Wario's, exactly the version of pretty much likely the characters from previous times already. But you know, just for me to actually do another reface and do another like encounter exactly. And oh, by any chance, is there going to be any other characters that's going to show up exactly? Well, the answer is yes. There probably is going to be a few bit of mechanics that I might probably knew exactly or might actually be expecting. So, yeah, there's going to probably be a few exactly, like the Horde version exactly of Final Warriors 2, which is going to be nuts. So, hopefully we're just going to see and how it's going to all play out, and just for me to play Final Warriors 2, which is going to be awesome. And for the only question is, by the way, that I will give a try is about playing that other Mario Kart game that I actually am lately going to have a bit of my memory about, and just well, you know, just give me a bit of a memory exactly just to play the game, since, you know, to be fair with y'all, is that I will definitely give that game a try and just play like the only game to give it a try. And then, no, it's not going to have parts exactly, which is going to be a no. It's not going to be parts. It's just going to probably stay what it's going to stay like exactly. You know, just play all characters and all trophies exactly and all cups exactly, which, you know, it really reminds me of the pretty much like the olden time exactly of Mario Kart was just called Super Mario Kart, which I gotta say, it really brings me a lot of memories for that time. You know, since after when I went to OMSI exactly, when I actually noticed that arcade, I'm like, nah, is that really the one I found? Like, I was just lucky to play it, and I played my boy Toad, and I'm like, give myself a little practice, but this time I'm just gonna do it on the laptop version, just playing the game and just see how all that goes and just combines it and see what all that plays. Which I'm just really anxiously excited to play it. Which I will actually be very frankly honest with y'all is that it's gonna be really good. Like, it's just really gonna be good. Just to play the Mushroom Cup for the Star Cup exactly, just to play it. So it's gonna be an interesting one and a very fair, interesting game to play. So that's just my forward of the answer, and that's just my saying of the time right now is that yeah, it's going to be a good one. I actually will say this to everybody and say this right now is that it's going to be a good one, everybody. I trust you. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to pretty much be amazing to play it. And then, just as in for another fact that, well, after Final Warriors 2 is finished, I will play the Ultimate Custom Night Revisited, which means I'm definitely going to have another return exactly to face against all the previous characters from, like, what happened very much likely a long, 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 long time before then, exactly before not doing the revisited version kind, which I probably am going to do visited version by me playing the game, which it's going to be interesting for me to play. And then, yeah, it's going to have like the same characters like always from like the same others. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one. And I will guarantee it's just going to be pretty amazing like always again. So, yeah, I hope you guys are ready for seeing some jump scares because that's hopefully, certainly, which we may or never know what's going to happen again. So, yeah, it's going to just see where this goes again. And then, yes, again, though, I will still definitely recommend still having Marvel versus PopCap exactly, or should I say, yeah, pretty much that exactly, or whatever. So, it's going to definitely happen with the pretty much the Infinite will also return as well, since I also will recommend you guys as well that it's going to happen soon. After finishing 2 or pretty much 3, then that's when it's going to be the next thing to happen next. So, yeah, I hope you guys are very ready to see what happens next time and for much more that it's going to be pretty dang good and it's just going to be that awesome. So, thank you guys very much for your wait and very much appreciation and very much to actually keep on enjoying much more stuff and keep on enjoying it. So, yeah, if I were you guys, keep on enjoying more stuff and that would be awesome and very great, amazing things to see. So, without further ado, but yes, I am myself am Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered, and also, just as in for record, that yeah, this is just pretty good video. Like, I still give this video from like a bit of a 9 out of 10, which I did re-changed it, by the way, for a 9 out of 10, which the video itself is just pretty actually interesting. Like, very good. Like, it's so funny, I actually knew about the Watersons. Like, literally Gumball's family. Like, it's pretty interesting that I kind of knew that since I've watched, like, a barely few amount of good shows. I just think it's just interesting and very much more better. So it's pretty good. And I just do hope to say, in fact, that we may never know what happens in the near future or know what happens again. You know, that just comes from Cartoon Network and stuff, which I probably am going to be very lightly honest. Is that I just do hope that whatever's going to happen with Gumball, I just really hope to see what the new seasons would look like. And definitely more returns, exactly just for same new characters or just like the same ones, like same old, or just maybe we'll have idea of a common idea names. But whatever. Just whatever, man. It's just gonna be a while, which it just is gonna be a while. And also, who actually clearly won the fight here, by the way? It's kind of more in the middle, I think, just to know who wins. Which, if you guys can tell me in the comments to know who you guys think who won exactly the most of this number, then let me know in the comments to know who got many hits or just many blocked or shield or attacks or anything. Then let me know down below. And just gotta say, who probably instantly won here? SpongeBob did. I mean, SpongeBob definitely won and beat Gumball, which he definitely won, in fact, after when, yeah, Gumball just sit down exactly, or it just probably was like that or something. But hey, I mean, at least SpongeBob was pretty kind and helpful to actually help him up exactly, to get him up exactly, and just kind of like feel pretty happy to him exactly, and just, you know, just say like good game and congratulations and stuff for a good fight and all stuff, which that probably remains true. So, yeah, I'll say that pretty much. And hopefully, for much more, is that once again, everybody, is remember these things you guys might as well have to do anyway. And for the 4 things y'all might do exactly is remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified. That way, again, you will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And yeah, so without further ado, I'll say this again: is thank you very much for watching. And yes, I'll still continue doing reaction videos like always, like the previous last video I said already, which I did say that there's only going to be 10 exactly, which there's only going to be 10 before moving to the next one. So that's going to be a pretty interesting one to do. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'm actually excited too to see what you guys also think about me playing like Super Mario Kart exactly, which is also, of course, is an old game. Like, you get to only play like a few characters, like pretty much Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Bowser, and then Donkey Kong, and then also slash Donkey Kong Jr., and then Yoshi, Koopa Troopa, and that's pretty much the only characters I get to might as well pick, and see what you guys also think for that as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game. Very lightly interesting game. So yeah, it's gonna bring my memories back, and it's just gonna bring a little bit of my memory and just know most of it. So it's gonna be a good one. I trust you, and I will say this that seriously, I really do. So anyway, yeah, without that being said, again, is thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna get going, so trust me as I say that. So without further ado, is that I'll say this is that I'm Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered, and without that being said, see you guys again next time, and then in the next video. Bye bye everybody, and peace out, sign out, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye bye everybody, sign out, and goodbye. And we'll see you guys soon again, and pretty much likely enough to see you guys again next time. So, thank you, bye bye, peace out, sign out, and see you in the next time, and then in the next video. Bye bye, everybody. See you later, and goodbye. Sign out, everyone, and bye bye. And also, by the way, that actually was pretty good, by the way, when SpongeBob actually just like helped Gumball exactly. It just kind of was being a bit been a bit more like helpful exactly. So it's pretty good what SpongeBob did back there. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye bye everybody, and see you later.